Let's bring in Whitney Boan, defense attorney, to talk more about this horrible case. It's just heartbreaking. First of all, yes. You know, the fact that she wasn't reported missing until 10 days after she disappeared, and the last, I guess, ping from her, or text message for that matter, was about 2 to 3 days after she disappeared. And the fiance, all the while, was very quiet. That was sort of I don't know, a red flag for me. It took about, a month before they actually made an arrest. Do you believe more arrests are forthcoming?
I think that the police chief in Woodland Park has made the statement that it's definitely a possibility that more arrests would be coming, but obviously since he's been indicted with solicitation to commit murder in addition to the first-degree murder charge, that would definitely lead me to believe that there are probably other arrests that are imminently coming.
It's hard to imagine, first of all, anyone to be able to harm someone, whether it be your fiance, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, but then also the mother of your child. These two shared a one-year-old, but there's some interesting facts behind the relationship that, we don't want to speculate about, but they were not living together. So they had to, in fact, search 2 locations, her home and his home.
Correct.
This new information that's coming forward, what do you make of new documents, new information that they might have uncovered that might get us more answers? Because a lot of questions at this point still.
Well, there's a few interesting things, and you brought up a good point because it certainly does lend a question in terms of were they estranged. There was a custody hearing that was already set relative to the placement of this child for tomorrow, actually, December 27th. So there definitely appears to be some sort of motive that could exist in terms of his having become a suspect and then ultimately being arrested beyond whatever evidence the police claim to have uncovered that we're not privy to yet. But in addition, we've got this issue in terms of, Kelsey appeared to have a good relationship with her child. She didn't have any mental health issues that anyone has reported. She had a good relationship with her family. Being the mother of a 1-year-old child, it seems very unlikely that she would have just up and left, leaving her child behind. So it is very suspicious in terms of the amount of time that passed.
Right.
But the fact that the cell phone ping happened in Idaho, some 800 miles away, really is only indicative of the cell phone being 800 miles away, and especially somewhere like Idaho where it's a lot of rural areas and you're going to have pings that happen from different locations because cell phone towers are maybe not quite as frequently placed as they are in more populated areas.
Right.
It doesn't maybe say exactly where she was, but it would tend to show that her cell phone was certainly in that area. And it'll be interesting to see as it comes out if police have more information in terms of being able to show that she was also in that area.
Some evidence has come out in this case. Obviously, they're keeping a lot of it close to the vest so that they not, spoil getting a conviction in this case.
Sure.
But first of all, it seems as if she was potentially killed in her home, which would mean that somebody would have had to kill her and then somehow dispose her body 800 miles away. In other words, when her cell phone pinged that tower in Idaho, it was not her using that cell phone, that some idiot actually took her cell phone with them as they were disposing of the body, presuming that she is in fact dead. That's the question. New Year's Day or New Year's Eve day, her fiance Patrick Frazee has a court date. Any chance of a possible plea deal here if he throws the person or persons under the bus who actually committed a crime here?
Well, as a defense attorney, I kind of have my suspicions in terms of whether or not a lot of the reason things are not being released is that they are still working with maybe other people who may have been involved with him in terms of committing or planning this murder. And that person may be part of the evidence that's built the case against Frazee in terms of maybe they've already flipped to testify against him. But your question is legitimate in terms of that's always an expectation of something that could happen in these sort of situations. Being that it's a young woman who is the mother of his child, I can't imagine anything that wouldn't involve a plea deal still involving life, versus the death penalty.
We're out of time, but we appreciate you coming on. Whitney Boan, interesting. Thank you very much.